What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Saturday and enjoying March Madness. Today, we're going to dabble in something I don't do very often. We're looking at the eras that 2K has to offer, and we know there's a new one, that being the LeBron era. And obviously, one of the bigger trades that happened at the beginning of the LeBron era was Carmelo Anthony traded to the New York Knicks in a big trade that sent a bunch of players across each team. So what we're going to do today is repeat that trade once again and start exactly from when that trade happened with Carmelo Anthony and the Knicks. And of course, we know it never led to a championship for the Knicks. So I'm going to try to change that, rewrite history, and bring a championship to New York with Carmelo Anthony. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one. Subscribe if you are new around here. That's as always greatly appreciated. So here is the trade that, of course, went down. Now, there is a couple players missing and probably a couple of other assets as well. It was a mega trade. Timothy Mozgov was in this trade as well. And then someone, Carter, was also in this trade. But I don't see them on either roster, so it's not that big of a deal. But these are the main pieces that, obviously were flown across or traded away. So let's go ahead, make this trade happen. Carmelo Anthony lands with the New York Knicks. Make that happen. Right now, we're 23 and 28. Apparently, when the Knicks traded for him in real life, they were 28 and 26. So it's almost pretty correct to where it was. So, but Carmelo Anthony, Amar Stoudemire, of course, is the new duo here in New York. We have Chauncey Billups as well. Landry Fields, Ronnie, and then let's just take a look what this rotation is going to look like. So, of course, we have our work cut out for us, but I'm not expecting any success this year. This team needs some work, of course, as we know. But I'm hoping we can at least be a playoff team. Mike D'Antoni's the head coach. So, yeah, there's a lot to like here. Probably going to trade Chauncey Billups in the offseason and then get a new point guard, and we'll just build up the roster from here. But, of course, like I said, the goal is today is to bring a championship to the Knicks with Carmelo Anthony as the best player. It never led to much success for them as far as championships are concerned. But today, we're rewriting that history. I am going to keep going until we bring a championship to Madison Square Garden or to New York. You get what I'm saying. Today's video is brought to you by DGF's Optimizer. How the Optimizer works. If you're playing on apps such as PrizePicks, Underdog, etc., having a tool like this is so clutch to find good plays without doing zero research. Basically, how it works, it compares discrepancies across multiple sports books. Not only does it compare discrepancies, it also just shows you the juice on other sports books. For instance, Cam Thomas, a play right now, under 26.5 points plus rebounds. Every single book is favoring the under. You even have FanDuel with minus 146 odds. You have Bovada with minus 135 odds. Let's see if I can find a discrepancy anywhere. So there's a discrepancy right here, just one off. FanDuel has it at 10.5, while Armando Baycos listed at 9.5 on PrizePicks. So basically, and then Nurkic, there's a discrepancy here with FanDuel as well. Basically, it gives you a tool without you having to do any research. You find good plays. It's that simple. I highly recommend this tool. It is very, very awesome to have. Really, really has made me a profitable sports bettor in the long run. Ever since I took over this tool, it's been night and day on how much I make money or how much more I make money on sports betting. So definitely recommend it. Of course, I use it on apps such as PrizePicks, Dabble. PrizePicks has been awesome the last few days. They've been offering a ton of discounts. They have Jack Golke, who obviously went off the other night. I believe wasn't against Kentucky, right? Yeah, against Kentucky. Scored 32 points off the bench. They have him discounted to 9.5. So really good time to sign for PrizePicks. Sign up for a lot of these DFS apps. With March Madness, they're offering discounts across the industry, man. It's awesome. So if you, of course, you sign for PrizePicks, use code Crushables and match first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. And how it works, you choose between 2 to 6 players. 2 players being 3 times your entry, all the way up to 6 players being 25 times your entry. Another app I love to use is Dabble. Right now, they actually have a 1,000x payout. You have to get 12 players right, which is going to be obviously really hard. But another cool feature about Dabble is you can copy people's entries with a click of a button. It's a really cool feature that I think every app should have, but Dabble is the only one that has it. So definitely check out Dabble. Use code CRUSH10 to sign up over on Dabble. They give you $10 literally just for signing up. But yeah, like I said, take advantage of these promos, man. If we look at these promos, this one eventually is going to work out for me. Obviously, Caitlin Clark free square. But these promos yesterday, Jared McCain was discounted. I took advantage with Miles Turner over rebounds and Jaylen Brown over 26.5 points. As soon as Tatum was ruled out, I was quick and like, all right, going Brown over. Worked out against Detroit. Blowout could have killed me, but at the end of the day, it's all good. Let's get back to the rebuild, though. Take advantage of this stuff. Let's get back to the video. LeBron James wins MVP. Blake Griffin, Rookie of the Year. Manu Ginobili, 6th man. Dwight Howard, Defensive Player. Drew Holiday, Most Improved. And Coach of the Year goes to Doc Rivers. And Quinn Carr is your Executive of the Year. NBA first team. Do we get Carmelo Anthony? No Carmelo. No Carmelo. Okay, we got to fix that. But I wasn't even paying attention to see if we made the playoffs. We did. We're the 7th seed. So 17 in the East, of course. There's no play-in, so we're just here simply as the 7th seed. So 26 from Carmelo, 21 from Amari Stoudemire. So these two, of course, are going to be here to stay long-term. These are the two we're building around. We got to figure out how we put a great roster around them. We get to play Chicago. I think this is before they had Derrick Rose. No, this is when they have Derrick Rose. Never mind. Sorry. I guess I'm just stupid. But we got Derrick Rose, Corver Luol Deng, Carlos Boozer, Joakim Noah. Somebody current round against the Bulls, and they are going to sweep us. So we were not ready. I mean, we need some more work anyway, so I'm not too upset with that. Lakers, Celtics. Celtics going to win the championship. Rondo is your finals MVP. Let's get to work. So Juwan Howard is retiring Kurt Thomas. There's your retirements. Let's get straight to the lottery. So obviously lottery, I think we'll have a first round pick, but we're not going to have like a obviously good. Yes. Okay. So Rockets have our pick. So we don't even have our pick. That sucks, but all good. Kings get 1, Raptors 2, Wizards 3. So we do not have a draft pick. Would have been nice to add one of those, 2011 rookies, but it's all good. I do want Mike D'Antoni back if I can get him back. I think he was here for a lot of Carmelo's career, so we're just gonna go get Mike D'Antoni back and bring him back. One of the best offensive coaches in the league, of course, or used to be anyway. And then we can go get a wing whisperer and then a guard guru and just fill this out. And I'll see you guys with what we do next. More than likely, it'll involve Chauncey Billups. So I'm simply just going to go ahead and start with throwing Chauncey Billups in the trade finder and just see what I can get in return. So we have Steven Jackson and Boris Diaw, Luol Deng and CJ Watson, Rudy Gay, and a first-round pick. So we can get a 24-year-old small forward, but we kind of have that small forward in Carmelo Anthony. Chris Bosh, of course, would be amazing. Lamar Odom and Ron Artest. We've got Jameer Nelson, Rashard Lewis, Danny Granger, Dante Jones, Luis Scola, Chuck Hayes. Of course, me trying to be realistic at this point is going to be a little tough on me. Brandon Roy and a first-round pick. So far, I didn't like any of these. Brandon Roy, of course, was a dog, but this is about around the time when his knee started obviously going under, so we don't want to. Bosh would be amazing, but I don't think Miami would have done that. So I'm gonna try to be somewhat realistic here. It's gonna be hard, being that this is a past era. But I'll do my best. Let's go straight to the draft. We did have an early second-round pick, it looked like, so let's even get with this one. So you have Markieff Morris, Iman Shumpert, Tobias Harris. I mean, of course, no-brainer to me. I think Tobias Harris is the best player available here. Doesn't mean he'll be good out of this draft class. I have no idea if he will be or not. We have Davis Bertans. He was drafted in... Damn, I did not know that. Davis Bertans was drafted... Is that true? Because, damn, that's crazy to me. I don't know if that's real. That might not be true. I'm not sure. I just downloaded a draft class from some user because 2K's draft classes are always buggy. But Davis Bertans, I don't know if that he's actually supposed to be here. I don't think he is, but I guess maybe I could be wrong. I don't know. Kawhi goes 1. Darren Williams goes 2. Or Derek Williams, sorry. So he goes 2 again like he did in real life. And or no, did he go? I think he went 3. I can't remember how it went. No, I think he went 2 and Kawhi went like later in the draft. I don't remember. Tobias Harris, 75 overall. Not too bad. Right out of the draft, we'll take that. Carmelo Anthony declines. Of course, we got to re-sign him. I'm going to decline Herb Dinwiddie and Wayne Terry. And then Turuf accepts his player option. No free agency or no qualifying offers, I should say. But of course, Carmelo Anthony is going to kick off this free agency for us. We got to go ahead and re-sign him. No brainer to me. So we're going to give him a deal to bring him back. Hopefully, he just is ready to accept that right away. He is. So we are going to get Carmelo Anthony back. Of course, that's going to be important. I know the Knicks could have just waited to get Carmelo Anthony in the offseason because he was more than likely going to sign with them. But we do have some options in free agency that we can sign. So that feels good. I did see Sean Livingston, and whether I like him as our starting point guard or backup point guard, I do like the idea of bringing in Sean Livingston. If I can get him, I think that'd be a great start to, increasing our bench or even our starting point guard spot, because I might trade Chauncey, which actually I'm going to trade Chauncey. We have little to nothing. We have Ronnie Turuf as our starting center right now. Not a good team whatsoever. We got a lot of work to do. Chauncey Billups is where we start things. We got to make some trades with Chauncey. So I'm also going to sign Sean Williams. We just need any type of depth possible. So we're going to bring him back. And then what else we got? So we're going to have... We don't have a starting shooting guard at the moment. We have some depth. If we move Tobias Harris to the 3, he could be our backup small forward at the moment. So yeah, he'll go up. So Tobias Harris is probably going to play right away. Tobias Harris is going to play. Sean Williams is going to be our backup 4. We need a starting center, and we need a starting shooting guard in the worst way possible. Shooting guards we can maybe get. We have Azubuike, I guess. I mean, he's a shooter, 31% from 3. Keith Bogans, Daniels, Wafer. Not a lot of good options, but I guess I'm going to go Azubuike, maybe. We'll grab him if we possibly can do that. And then, yeah. So now we got to hope and pray that we can get like a 2-for-1 going here with Chauncey. Maybe a start. I think we should prioritize a starting center, though, for Chauncey Billups. So that's where we're going to go with this. I'm going to go see if I can get a starting center for Chauncey. We have to do this trade with the Los Angeles Clippers where we get Baron Davis and DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan gives us a starting center option right away. He also could progress into that starting five for us, or, you know, keep progressing into a really good center. Baron Davis gives us a guard option. I don't know if I like him playing at shooting guard, but it's better than having no one there. So I feel like a first round pick could be in order as well. So I'm actually down to trade my 2015 first round pick in order to make this trade happen, just because, okay, they want Belkman. They'll give me a 2012 unprotected Minnesota pick. You know what? They countered with this. We'll go ahead and do that trade. So just like that, we now have Baron Davis and Sean Livingston. We have Azubuike there too. But more importantly, we have a starting shooting guard now. So that's great. Or starting center, I should say. Starting shooting guard, a little rough still, but we'll just deal with it. I'm going to sign Keith Bogans to be our backup too. And that's probably what we're just going to have to roll with. So it's not great. The starting shooting guard spot definitely still needs some help, but Carmelo is down. DeAndre Jordan is up, which is nice. Sean Livingston is up. Baron Davis is down. Baron Davis would probably be moved potentially as well, whether it's in the offseason or maybe at the deadline if we want to do something quick there. But I like what we're able to get. I like what we're able to do. I think this is a good start. This is a good start. I don't know if we're going to be champions next year, but this is definitely a great start to building around Carmelo Anthony and trying to bring a championship to New York. So I'm going to load this 2012 draft class, and we can take a look at this rotation together. So I don't use the 2Ks draft class, obviously, just because, I mean, it's just so annoying how, you know, they have obviously all these auto-generated players in these draft classes. I don't understand why they can't fix that, but whatever. Power is going to land 7th overall. Proficiency is 3.5. Or why are we at Permacentric? Mike D'Antoni, you were a 7 seconds guy. Were you not? Weren't you the one that made that famous or whatever? So I'm going to go ahead and move this to 7 seconds, and this is what we'll roll with. So rotationally, we got Baron Davis, Azubuike, Carmelo Anthony, Amari Stoudemire, DeAndre Jordan, Sean Livingston, Ronnie Turiaf, Sean Williams, and Tobias Harris. So I actually like this a lot. Not too shabby. This should be a solid team. I feel like we should at least be a playoff team. I don't know if we're a contender well, we're probably a borderline contender as well, but definitely could still use some more work. But I'll see you guys more than likely at the end of the season. But if we do stop at the deadline, of course, I will show you what we're doing. LeBron James, once again, MVP in his cancer Rookie of the Year on the Jazz. Farmer, 6-man, Dwight Howard, defensive player. Goran Dragic, most improved, and Tom Thibodeau, coach of the year. So the Bulls are going to be a problem to deal with. We do get Carmelo Anthony making it this year, which is awesome. Here's your all-NBA third team, all-defensive first team, and all-defensive second team. So we ended up as the 6th seed this year. It's still a lot more work to be done, but at least we jump up a seed, I guess. We had 26 points from Carmelo, 24 from Stoudemire, 14 from Baron Davis, 10 from Azubuike, 9 from Livingston, and 8.5 from Tobias Harris, 6 and 9 from DeAndre Jordan with almost 2 blocks, which is awesome. All right, Boston round 1. They have Rondo, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, KG, Jermaine O'Neal. I can't imagine we're going to be able to beat this Celtics team. I think this offseason we have to get ultra aggressive and, find maybe a third star. We're going to push them to 6. I was like, we're going to go to game 7 with them, but no. Portland, Oklahoma City, Chicago, Oklahoma City, and the Thunder going to win the championship. So we got our work cut out for us. Shaquille O'Neal is going to retire. Morris Peterson's going to retire for us. I don't even think he was playing for us, so no big deal there. Shaq retires a Sixer. We can go straight to probably historic changes, see what some changes are. Change logo of Charlotte Bobcats. We can go to the lottery now. So lottery, I do believe we're going to have a first-round pick this offseason, and we end up with the 10th overall pick. That's huge because we have 10. Do we have our own pick as well? I think we traded it, right? So our pick's going to the Rockets once again. So, yeah, we get the 10th overall pick via Minnesota, which is nice. Love that. Mike D'Antoni, going to leave that the way it is. So we basically just need an assistant head coach, Jeff Hornacek, who I believe coached the Knicks at one time, was the head coach, so I can bring him in as an assistant. That's fine. All right, draft night. We have the 10th overall pick now. Do we trade or do we draft with this pick? Or do we do our best to make a trade? Andre Drummond, Riley Beal, Damian Lillard, Draymond Green. There's a lot of good options, but of course we may not reach any of those options. They're probably going to all go in the top. So personally for me, I think we trade this pick. I think we trade 10 and Baron Davis and try to luck out and get something really good in return. So yeah, that's where we'll start. So let's see what the offers are on the table if we offer 10 up. So we got Bogut, Brandon Rush. That gives us a good center, but I'm looking for... I don't know what I'm looking for exactly, to be honest with you. Luis Scola, Jared Dudley. Right now, I'm not really seeing anything that I like. Bogut was the best trade by far, and I'm not sure if I love that one. So I'm going to take a look at Team Intel. We're going to try to build our own trade, but at the end of the day, I'm going to try to get a third star, probably at that shooting guard spot. but or just probably a guard in general. We need a guard. I think that's where we go with this. All right, so there's a few good options out here. Actually, a lot of good options, to be honest with you. Chris Paul would be fun. I doubt we could get him, though, although that would be awesome if we could get him. So I think he's an expiring contract anyway. Yeah, he is. So there's a couple teams I'm looking at. There's actually quite a bit of options. Darren Williams is kind of fun, but he's expiring. Let's go straight. Let's start here. I actually kind of like the idea of, once again, talking to the Nuggets and seeing if I can... Are they even both under contract still? That is a good question. Let's go. And then Drew Holiday was someone I was kind of looking at, but he's expired as well. I don't know if I can do this trade yet. J.R. Smith was someone I was looking at, and Ty Lawson. If I could find a way to get Ty Lawson and J.R. Smith in the same trade, I definitely want to try it. I think that's where I want to target. So that was something I was kind of looking at, but I can't do that right now. So I think what we got to do, DeRozan is interesting, but I feel like DeRozan and Carmelo's kind of a janky fit. And then we got like Kevin Love. That would be fun. Mike Conley was also someone I was kind of looking at. Brandon Jennings, of course. So yeah, there's definitely some good options here, but I think I have to wait till after free agency. Let's go see what Conley, though, what his asking price would be. So 24 years old, 18 points per game. Actually, I'm going to try for Mike Conley real quick. I'm going to try. So let's say we did Baron Davis and pick 10 for Mike Conley. And then I don't think I really have anything else to offer. So what do you say about that? They say no. I'll offer my 2016 first. And they say yes. We got Mike Conley. Mike Conley, welcome to New York. So we have ourselves a legitimate starting point guard. That doesn't solve our shooting guard spot, but Conley is definitely a third guy joining this rotation, which is awesome. I would have loved to have considered J.R. Smith and Ty Lawson in the same trade. That could have been awesome if we could have pulled that off, but I like the idea of Conley as well. So let's go straight to player options. We've made our big trade. We got Mike Conley, young Mike Conley as well, so he'll be here long term. Free agency, Derrick Rose is a free agent. And then, can I sign a good shooting guard is my only problem here. So Leandro Barbosa, 12 points, 37% shooting from three. Not bad, and I think that's who we go for. So we're going to go for Leandro Barbosa to start this offseason. So we're going to get Barbosa to be our starting shooting guard, which is going to be awesome. We got Mirza Fisenko, who is in, the modern day rebuilds as well when I do them. Okay. So now we have Sean Livingston, Mike Conley. We have Leandro Barbosa, Azubuike. We have Tobias Harris, Carmelo Anthony, Sean Williams, and then DeAndre Jordan and Ronnie Turiaf. Not bad. Not bad. I like it. I like it. Again, I wonder if I could have... I wonder if Ty Lawson and J.R. Smith would have been better to go get. I think that would have, would have been awesome to get both those guys. They definitely would have matched the contract of... Yeah, I definitely think I should have considered it. Maybe I should have waited, but... Yeah, both of them are shooting great from three. I think that would have been probably the better route to go, but I don't hate getting Mike Conley either and Leandro Barbosa. So I think we just go straight to player progression. There's not much else we can do. The only other thing I can think to do is maybe sign one more player here so we have some extra contracts to trade, maybe at the deadline. So we'll do that. Marquise Daniels go to Spurs. Okay. Let's get Jeff Foster. I don't know. I just need some contract here. Jeff Foster, do we have a trade exception? So that actually might be worth taking advantage of. So a trade exception, $2.39 million. I'm going to see if I can take advantage of this. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'm going to see if I can. So I'm trying to offer 3 seconds for Iman Shumpert. Let's say we just do 2 seconds. We're just basically trying to find someone who's making a little to amount as money as possible. So once again, we'll filter this out. So Darren Collison fits that bill, but that's probably going to be tough. So we're going to have to go down the list maybe just a little bit. Nate Robinson, Mario Chalmers, Ish Smith, Eric Maynor. I mean, I could try for Ish Smith. I mean, at least that'd be somewhat depth. I'll try. I don't want to trade too much to get him. They want Jeff Foster and Azubuike, and they'll give me a top 13 Milwaukee protected. Yeah, sign me up for that. We'll do that. So just like that. Sean Livingston, 6'7". So I honestly think, not that I really want to play him at the 2, but I think we got to with bringing in Ish Smith. So Ish Smith, backup point guard. Sean Livingston might have to start next year, which is, I guess, fine. So let's go to player progression. Hopefully Toby goes up like crazy. He goes up. DeAndre Jordan is up. Conley is up. Stoudemire's down. Ish Smith is up. So, yeah, I like this rotation. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I mess with it. So, we're going to go straight into this next season. I am curious, man, do I regret not doing that Denver trade? I feel like that Denver trade would have set us up really good. I should have waited, man. I forever regret not doing the going for J.R. Smith and Ty Lawson. I think that would have been huge if we got both of them in the same trade. But all good. 2013, different dimension. 2013 with Bus, real 2013. I always like to find the best. Download a draft class. 50 plus real prospects. Looks good to me. Timofey Mozgov, thank you for your service. All right, let's get into next season. Power's gonna let his 4th overall. Proficiency is now a 4-star, which is awesome. So now you have Conley, Livingston, Carmelo, Amari Stoudemire, DeAndre Jordan, Tobias Harris, Barbosa, Williams, and Ronnie Turiaf. Not bad. I like it. Ish Smith's not even getting minutes at the moment. I think I'll probably stop at the deadline again and make a big trade. I think we need a good backup center. That's kind of what I'm looking at for now, as a good backup 5. So I'll more than likely stop at the deadline to try to accomplish that goal. So I have stopped at the trade deadline. I was going to be doing this trade with the Dallas Mavericks. We're going to get Ian Mahinmi and Taj Gibson. We're trading a 1st round. I'm going to try to do this without a 1st round pick in this trade. Let's see if I can get away with 2 seconds. Because I don't love trading my 1st round pick for Ian Mahinmi and Taj Gibson. But 2 seconds, does that get it done? They want another second. 3 seconds. Sounds good to me. We don't trade a 1st round pick. We're 39-13 at the deadline, by the way. And getting Taj Gibson and also Ian Mahinmi should just upgrade our roster that much further. So that feels great to, acquire more players. Tobias Harris up to a 7-9 overall already, averaging 12 points off the bench. Love to see it. This team is doing great. Mike Conley, 21. 3rd, honestly, we were going to wait on Ty Lawson and J.R. Smith, but Mike Conley's doing his thing as well. Let's see how the Nuggets are doing. So Lawson's an 84 and J.R. Smith is an 83. The 17 and 12. It would have been awesome to have that as well, but Conley, really good player in his own right. So feeling good, 39-13. Hopefully this is the year we can bring a championship to Madison Square Garden, but we'll keep simulating. We got better at the deadline, which is awesome. We have this Bucks pick. I don't even know if the Bucks are good or not. Let's take a look. Let's see. Top 3 protected, of course. Milwaukee's 24-29, so we could get another lottery pick to help out if we need to, make more adjustments to this team. LeBron James with another MVP award under his belt, but we had a good year, man. 60-22. We don't get Coach of the Year, but we do get Executive of the Year. I think we've assembled a pretty solid roster together. No New York Knicks representatives on NBA 1st team. No on NBA 3rd team either, which is fine. Maybe Mike Conley coming over, taking some scoring load off of Carmelo Anthony leads to that. But 1st seed in the East nonetheless. We get to play the team that we have their 1st round pick, which is interesting. So it won't be a lottery pick. But 22 points from Amari Stoudemire, 22 from Carmelo, and 22 from Mike Conley. Up to an 89 overall. So that feels good. I actually don't regret this trade now. Now that he's developed into an 89, that's awesome. Tobias Harris, 13. 11.5 from Barbosa, 9 from Livingston, 7 from DeAndre Jordan, and 6 from Ian Mahinmi. So here we go. Milwaukee in round 1. They have Jennings, Mike Bridges, Brandon Rush, Drew Gooden, Andrew Bogut, Corey Maggette. Solid team. We're looking out of the 1st round for the very first time with Carmelo, so hopefully we can do just that. And we are going to get out of the 1st round for the first time with Carmelo Anthony. And now we play the Philadelphia 76ers. We have Drew Holiday, somebody I considered as well. They have Tristan Thompson, Iguodala, Evan Turner. So very solid Philadelphia team. I do feel like we're better on paper, though. So hopefully that leads to winning for us. And we are going to go up 3-1. And we are going to beat them in 5. We get Miami and Chicago. Either team is going to be very tough to beat. So I don't know who I'm rooting for. Chicago smoked me, I believe, already. Miami, of course, is LeBron, Bosh, and Wade. So yeah, no matter what we do here, it's going to be very, very tough. But they have Yao Ming as well in Miami. Let's see what happens. So it is going to be Chicago or Miami. So Chicago's giving them problems as well. Both solid squads. So I don't know who I'd rather play. And we get the Chicago Bulls. So we don't have to deal with LeBron James at least. But we do get to deal with the Derrick Rose. We got the Thunder awaiting us probably if we do win. The Jazz got Chris Paul, though. So shout out to them for that. Yeah, the Oklahoma City Thunder, of course. James Harden, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Serge Ibaka, Jeff Green. Rodney Stuckey off the bench. Yeah, they're going to be a problem. They're going to be a problem. But we got to deal with Chicago first, of course. So yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Here we go. Game 1, 1-0 goes to Chicago. They beat us by 9. Game 2, we even it up, 107-94. 32 from Derrick Rose, 25-12 from Conley. Game 3, 2-1. We got to even it up. We do not do that, and we are going to, okay, we might force a Game 7. If we could force a Game 7 back to Madison Square Garden, obviously it's anybody's ball game here. It's in Chicago right now. We have the lead at the moment. If we can keep it, we're going to a Game 7, and we are going to allow them to force overtime. We had it in our back pocket, and we're kind of cutting it. Oh my goodness, we forced another overtime. I thought that was chalked. We were down like 8, it looked like. Okay, not bad so far. 141 and 143. 141 and 145. A minute 27 seconds left. Do I jump in and try to save the day? More than likely, this is going to lead to failure, but I'm going to try anyway. We get to play some throwback hoops. Why not? It's looking good. Looking crispy. I'm not allowing them to get to Derrick Rose. Okay, now they get it to Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose, of course, guarding prime Derrick Rose is not going to be the easiest thing in the world, but I'm going to do my very best. They're going to try to get it. Okay. Okay, Derrick Rose, you cooked me. But I did stop you from scoring, so I'll take it. Carmelo Anthony's not out here right now. I find that very interesting. Not sure why, but whatever. I can go straight to the rack, and I'm going to miss. Joakim Noah with some solid defense. Why isn't Carmelo? Or no, he is out here. He's wearing 41. That's disgusting. Okay, I didn't even recognize him with that number. All right, we got 54 seconds left in the clock. I should have went to Carmelo. I didn't even realize. Okay, what are we doing, Sean Livingston? Thankfully, they missed, and we're not even trying to go for the boards. Oh, gosh. What is this? What is this? All right, we're going to Carmelo here. We gotta make a three. So let's get Carmelo Anthony. Hopefully a three-pointer, and not gonna go in. So I think we lost. I think it's safe to say we lost. So we lost this one. Man, that was close. We forced a second overtime, but looks like we got to get to more work. I think we do one more big trade, Thunder Bulls, and the Thunder are going to go on to sweep them. So if we can't beat the Bulls, I mean, beating the Thunder is going to be very tough, but we'll do our best. Let's get straight to the lottery. This Bucks pick is going to come in handy. Charlotte 1. We got 17. I think we try to make one more big trade. I don't know how we do it, but that is my game plan. We got to try to make one more big trade. You guys already know I was targeting J.R. Smith earlier. He did play for the Knicks in real life also, so we could reform him with Carmelo Anthony. He's on his expiring contract. I just feel like J.R. Smith would be a much better fit than Sean Livingston, so that's what we're going to go with here. I have 17 and 28 to try to pull this off. I'm cool with offering 17. They say no at first. I'll offer 28 as well. They agree, so we trade 2 first to get J.R. Smith. I mean, we're going for it, guys, at this point. So Carmelo Anthony, J.R. Smith, I mean, that is a squad and a half. So hopefully J.R. Smith comes over, helps out a ton. He's actually going to shoot threes as well. Of course, the man hasn't seen a shot he doesn't like. Tobias Harris, we've kept him throughout. Hopefully he progresses even further. And then we should be able to sign one solid free agent. Maybe. Probably not. So we have Sean Williams out here. I think we have Taj Gibson still. Taj Gibson does the job for me. DeAndre Jordan's a free agent. Wow, that is huge. We're going to re-sign him. So let's make sure we take care of that. So I wasn't even paying attention to DeAndre Jordan for a second. So DeAndre Jordan, going to re-sign him. If we would have lost him, that would have been huge. All right, what else can we do? So we got Barbosa. We have Tobias. We basically need a backup point guard, and we're solid. So Kirk Heinrich, Nate Robinson also played for the Knicks at one point. So we're going to go Nate Robinson. If I can get Sean Williams back as well for more depth, I think we do it. So let's do Sean Williams. And boom, that was our offseason. So our big addition was J.R. Smith. Does that change the narrative? Does that change us to champions? I have no idea. He does regress 1 overall, which kind of sucks. But at the end of the day, I think he's a much better fit than Livingston was. So let's get this next season. At this point, I think this is going to be the, I wouldn't say last season, but I'm just going to load that 2014 draft class for now. But I'm going to try to make this the last season because I just think this is the best team we could have possibly thrown together. So Mike Conley, J.R. Smith, Carmelo Anthony, Stoudemire, DeAndre Jordan. Tobias Harris didn't progress more than I would have wanted, which sucks. But really solid bench, really solid depth. Even if we have guys foul out, we have guys who can come in. This is our best chance. Let's go bring it home to and we're also a 4.5 proficiency, by the way, so that looks great as well. But let's go ahead, simulate the rest of the season, or this season, and let's go win it all, baby. So this year, we actually get Coach of the Year at 63 and 19 with Mike D'Antoni. Will that lead to a championship? Of course, that remains to be seen, but I'm pretty happy with how this roster has been built. Now, the Miami Heat are the 8th seed. If I'm running into LeBron James here, I'm going to be a little annoyed, but 22 from Carmelo, 20, 18, and 14. 13 from Tobias Harris. So we do have LeBron James, Dwayne Wade. How is this an 8th seed, bro? I would not be surprised if we get eliminated here, to be honest. Somebody cut around against the Miami Heat, and we are going to sweep them. Okay, so we don't get eliminated, which is great. Now we get Cleveland, who has Damian Lillard, Klay Thompson, Iguodala, J.J. Hickson, Verjao, Mo Williams, and Antoine Jameson. Somebody cut around against Cleveland, and we're going to sweep them. So far, we've not lost a game. We don't have to deal with the Bulls this time. We actually get to deal with the Wizards, who have John Wall, Nick Young, Trevor Booker, Dante Green, Festus Ezeli, and Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving and John Wall on the same team. Pretty fun to think about. I don't know how great that would have been, but both fantastic point guards in their own right when they were, obviously, John Wall not as healthy anymore, not in the league much. But we are so far undefeated. And, okay, we just dominated the Eastern Conference. I will take that. I think not having to play the Bulls really helped out. The bracket really worked out for us. I will absolutely take that. But, of course, oh, my goodness, I did not mean to click Simulate Playoffs, but we just beat the Thunder in 7. Holy crap. I'll take that, though. I did not mean to click Simulate Playoffs. Mike Conley, Finals MVP. We took down the Thunder, though. Russell Westbrook, Harden, Durant, Serge Ibaka, Rodney Stuckey. We took that team down. That's crazy. J.R. Smith was the missing piece. Who would have thought? I will take that though. Great way to end the video. Yeah, I'm gonna end it on that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. As always, we brought a championship to Carmelo Anthony Knicks. I will take that. See y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. My daughter is freaking screaming upstairs. I'm heading out. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.